Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss third colligative property, depression in a freezing point. In last lecture we have learned second colligative property, elevation in a boiling point of a solution. So first thing is, what is a freezing point? What do you mean by freezing point? Freezing point, it is that temperature of any substance at which vapor pressure of its liquid state is equal or in equilibrium with the vapor pressure of its solid state. It is the that temperature of any substance at which vapor pressure of its liquid state is equal or in equilibrium with the vapor pressure of its solid state. Now we are going to discuss this definition with a graph. I plotted a graph, vapor pressure versus temperature. As we know, solid already have a least vapor pressure, and with the decrease in temperature vapor pressure will decrease. So this is a graph for a solid solvent, and if we take a liquid and with a decrease in temperature vapor pressure of liquid also decrease. This is liquid solvent. The liquid solvent curve will cut the solid solvent curve at a point. That point is freezing point, which I represent with the T naught F. T naught F is the freezing point of a pure solvent. If we add a non-volatile solute in this pure liquid solvent, then solution will form. I gave this condition, first condition. As we learned from Rayott's law, vapor pressure of solution is always lower than that of a pure solvent. So solution graph will be started below this. This is a second condition. The vapor pressure of solution will also decrease with the temperature. So graph will be this. Now this is a solution containing solute. This is solution containing solute, and this curve cut this pure solvent curve at this point. Now this point is TF. TF represents the vapor pressure of freezing point of a solution containing non-volatile solute. So there is a decrease in the freezing point. This difference is delta TF. As we can see from the graph, T naught F is a higher value and TF is a lower value. So delta TF here will be T naught F minus TF. This delta TF is a depression in freezing point of a solution. T naught F, freezing point of a solvent. TF is a freezing point of a solution. So here delta TF is the depressed temperature when a solute is added in a pure solvent, and hence solution is formed. Easy. So what do you mean by depression in freezing point? It refers to the decrease in freezing point of solution when a non-volatile solute is added in a pure solvent. Clear? We are discussing this property again in colligative property. So we are going to prove depression in freezing point is a colligative property. Clear? Next. Term of a solute. Let me plot a graph again. The graph is freezing point versus concentration of aqueous solution of sucrose. As we know, freezing point of pure water is 0 degree Celsius. So there will be decrease in freezing point. I used it as a minus 20 degree Celsius. On x-axis there is a increasing concentration of sucrose, 2 molal, 4 molal, 6 molal, 8 molal and 10 molal. A 10 molal aqueous solution of sucrose will freeze at minus 20 degree Celsius. So graph will be this. We can say as concentration of aqueous solution of sucrose is increasing, freezing point is decreasing. So we can conclude from here, depression in freezing point is directly proportional to concentration of aqueous solution of sucrose. In which term? In molality, because molality is independent of temperature. So we can conclude delta TF directly proportional to molality. Delta TF, if we eliminate this proportional, then there will be constant called Kf into M. Now what does this Kf represent? This Kf is a molal depression constant. This is temperature, this is molality. M molal depressed temperature, depression constant. We can define this again. If molality is 1, then delta TF equal to Kf. So molal depression constant is the depressed temperature when molality of solution is 1. Easy. We can find out its units also. Delta TF degree Celsius, molality molal. So unit of Kf will be delta TF by molal, degree Celsius by molal, or degree Celsius molal inverse. This molal depression constant is also called cryoscopic constant. Cryoscopic constant. We can find one more unit after proving that this is a colligative property. Now I am going to prove this is a colligative property. It depends on the weight of a solute particle. Delta TF equal to Kf into M. M represents molality. As we know, molality is number of moles of solute by unit weight of solvent in kilogram. If gram is given in numerical, then we can convert it into gram also. So molality will be number of moles by WA in gram into 1000. I can put here, this formula will modify to delta TF equal to Kf into Nb by WA in gram into 1000. Nb mass of solute by molecular mass of solute. Delta TF equal to Kf into Wb by Mb into 1 by WA in gram into 1000. So this is the formula to solve numericals. Kf constant, molecular mass of solute constant, given weight of solvent constant. So this delta TF depends on the weight of a solute. So we can say this is a colligative property, and colligative properties are used to determine the molecular mass of a solute. So we can also find molecular mass of solute from this formula. Formula will be Mb equal to Kf into WB by में delta TF into 1 by WA in gram into 1000. Again, 4 varieties of numerical can be asked by examiner. First, find the depressed temperature. Second, molecular mass of unknown solute. If solute is known, then we can find out the WB also, weight of solute also. Fourth, we can find out the freezing point of a solution. As we concluded, delta TF equal to T naught F minus TF. We can also find out the freezing point of a solution. Easy. Let's back to the unit of KF. The formula is molality, number of moles by weight of solvent. So delta TF equal to KF into number of moles by weight in kg. If we have to find out unit of K, delta TF into weight in kg by number of moles. So delta TF, depressed temperature, degree Celsius, weight kg by mole. So this formula will be modified, this unit will be modified to Kf equal to degree Celsius, kg, mole inverse. Easy. The unit, if you notice, the units of kb and kf are the same, degree Celsius, kg per mole, or even can be taken in Kelvin, kg per mole. Clear? Next is value of Kf is variable for various solvent. You don't need to cram the values, but at least a few values are given for water, benzene and acetic acid. The values are water, benzene and acetic acid. Value of Kf. For water, it is 1.8 degrees Celsius per mole. For benzene, 5.12, and for acetic acid, 3.9. You don't need to gram. In numericals, values will be given. Clear? Next, if you are studying at higher level, then there is a difference in the values of Kf and Kb for water. It's an important question. Now I am going to discuss it with you. For water, Kf is 1.86 degrees Celsius per mole. Kb is 0.52 degrees Celsius per mole. Why value of Kf is higher than that of Kf? Kf is greater than Kb. Now we can understand this with the basic formulas. You will learn in thermodynamics also. Kb equal to RTB square by 1000 into LB. TB, boiling point of solvent. LV, latent heat of vaporization. And Kf is RTF square by 1000 into LF. TB, boiling point of solvent. TF, freezing point of solvent. LF, latent heat of fusion. Fusion and latent heat of vaporization are the phase changes. In vaporization, liquid will convert into gas. A large amount of heat will be required. In fusion, liquid will freeze, liquid will convert into solid. So practically LV is greater than LF. Latent heat of vaporization is greater than latent heat of fusion. Now use this here. R constant, gas constant, TB constant, 1000 constant. KB is inversely proportional to LV. Inversely proportional to LV. Similarly, KF is also inversely proportional to LF. If LV is greater than LF, LV is greater than LF, then value of KB will be lower. So this is the conclusion why KF is higher than that of KB. So I am writing these two conclusions in a box. KF is higher than KB. Why? Because LV is greater than LF. This is an Ames level question. Clear? Now we are going to solve one numerical. Clear? Numerical is find the weight of glucose required to lower the freezing point by 2 degrees Celsius if it is dissolved in 250 gram of water. Now we are going to solve it. Find the weight of glucose required to lower the freezing point by 2 degrees Celsius if it is dissolved in 250 gram of water. So what things are given? Write it. We have to find out the weight of glucose. WB we need to find out. Glucose molecular mass we know 180 gram. 250 gram is the weight of solvent. WA equal to 250 gram. Freezing point lower by 2 degrees Celsius. So directly it is a delta TF, depressed temperature. Delta TF equal to 2. So use the formula. Delta TF equal to WB by MB into 1 by WA into 1000. It is in gram. Delta TF to WB we need to find out molecular weight 180, WA 250 into 1000 for 2, and we need to use value of KF also. Now this is aqueous solution. We know the value of KF into 1.86. So WB will be 180. 2 into 1.86 will be divided 1.86 into 2. Clear? Decimal change. (9,000) by 186. We can further solve it. Divide it by 2. 93. 4500. Let round off it to 90. Answer will be 50, but 93 is bigger than 90, so answer will be slightly lower than 50. If we exact calculate it, answer will be 48.38 gram. So what is the weight of glucose required? 48.3 gram. These kind of numericals are asked in CBSE final paper. Clear? This is our third colligative property, depression in freezing point. In next lecture, we will discuss our fourth colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. With this video, I will send you 7 numericals. Solve it and send answers to me. Clear? That's it for today. Press the bell icon for further notification on my YouTube channel. Keep learning at home. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.